MPP hopefuls, Marc Benoit, Heather Megill, Elaine Kennedy and Jim McDonell on Wednesday, May 30, 2018 in Finch, ONT. Candidates were taking part in a question-and-answer period about social issues at the South Nation Conservation Building in Finch. Missing from photo is Libertarian candidate Sabile Trimm. Lois Ann Baker, Cornwall Standard-Freeholder, Postmedia Network. Lois Ann Baker, Standard-Freeholder FINCH. While there were a few jabs at their rivals' respective platforms in history among the three major parties involved, the all-candidates question-and-answer period held in Finch on Wednesday night was a civil affair. Candidates were invited to South Nation Conservation Authority to discuss social issues from poverty to the lack of essential services in the counties to affordable housing. Candidates were asked what they would aim for as an initiative for the reduction of poverty in Ontario. Liberal candidate Heather Megill said one of the things her party has implemented is the basic income pilot, which is currently running in a few areas of the province. "I would advocate that we move the basic income pilot here," she said. "We have the lowest economic indicators in the province. We know that poverty, mental health and addictions are serious issues in our community," Megill said. While there were a number of great agencies to deal with these issues across the region, but what should really be happening is people should be getting more money. Our entire focus is on building up our communities and reducing the affordability crisis that ravaged Ontario over the past 20 years, said NDP candidate Marc Benoit. "Primarily, our Ontario benefits package will provide drug, dental and childcare to all of Ontario," Benoit said. The NDP also plans to eliminate student debt retroactively so young people can afford to buy a home. PC candidate Jim McDonell said nobody is looking forward to working for minimum wage, but that is the direction the province seems to be headed in. "People are coming to our office, having to choose between heating their homes in the winter or buying food," he said. "Things are getting desperate. We have to look at what is behind the decline in Ontario. What is making us a have-not province? Our economic vision is to work towards a basic income guarantee for all Ontarians," said Green Party candidate Elaine Kennedy. "A basic income will do more than alleviate poverty. It will eliminate the red tape people in poverty experience navigating a complex set of services, and it will provide basic economic security to benefit low-income entrepreneurs to start new businesses." One of the more lighthearted moments of the evening came when candidates were asked how much money do they believe a single person can live on while maintaining their health and dignity, and could they themselves live on that amount. Benoit said he has already experienced living below the poverty level. "I have lived on Ontario Works, and I have lived on employment insurance," he said. "I do generally live below the poverty line. In fact, last year was the first year of my life that my gross income was above it. It won't be the case this year, unfortunately, unless I win. I know it's hard and I know the mental and physical effects it can have on you," Benoit said. The NDP has committed to increases of 10, 7 or 5% for ODSB. Kennedy said her party aims to move towards the basic income initiative she mentioned earlier, but as this would take time to implement. In the interim, the party would start by providing 75% of the low-income measure of $22,000 for all Ontario Works and ODSB recipients. Kennedy admitted she would have a tough time living on that amount. "I have been privileged as a retired teacher to have a good pension and I take advantage of that completely," she said. "We recognize now that we have a system that keeps people poor and encourages a revolving door for available supports." Megill said she did research and found $10,000 a year is what a single person is living on social assistance. Now that poverty line for that single person is $19,000, she said. "We know in Cornwall 25% of the population lives below the poverty line and many of those are families." Megill also agreed she could not live that way. "I would have a very difficult time doing that," she said. Baker at postmedia.com, twitter.com/Lois Ann Baker.